What's up, everybody? Chewy891 coming at you today with another card reveal. Actually, we have two card reveals. 2 days ago, we had Scarlet Witch. Today, we have Quicksilvers. I'm going to go over both of them today. I figured I'd just, if we get multiple card reveals, I'm probably just going to do one video on both and go that route going forward. And get the content out there that way. But yeah, let's get to Pietro. I'm really excited about Pietro. I do have some plays in mind with Pietro on certain objectives, especially with the defenders team. I want to build around it. Anyway, let's get to it. So right now he's health 5, moves long, which is not surprising. I mean, Pietro's the fastest guy in Marvel Universe. Of course, he's gonna move long. There's no way around that. He's size 2, threat 3, which is good. Playing flexibility there. 3s, I think, is a really good number for him, especially if you're playing straight Brotherhood. I mean, you can fit him in along with Mystique, maybe Scarlet Witch, and Magneto. At that point, it'll be 3, 6, 10, 16 points right there, I believe. Let me do the math again. 3, 3, 5, so it'll be 6, 11, 17. So it's a 17-point team right there, and it's a pretty solid team, especially with what Scarlet Witch can do. Average deep defense dies across the board, 3s across the board, which is fine. He does have built-in rerolls, by the way, from what I understand it. We'll get to that in a second. So let's get to a supersonic strike. This is the attack here that, from reading it from the panel to play, I wanted to see the card and the actual wording and how this works, right? How do you get the triggers, right? Because this attack is crazy. So it's a range 3, and with it being range 3, even better. I mean, he moves long. He should hit everybody on turn 1. I mean, not everybody. He should hit mostly every character on turn 1. What I mean by that is, he should just be able to move and be able to target anybody within range 3. This is not difficult to do with the long move and with the range 3. I mean, it's a huge range, right? So after the attack is resolved, gain particle damage dealt. Cool. It's 4 die, too. It's not 5 die or anything like that, which is, if it'd be 5 die, it'd be nuts. Okay, on a crit block, after this attack is resolved, he may advance small. Okay, cool. So on a crit block, after this attack is resolved, he may advance small. I believe on a wild hit, after this attack is resolved, this character may make a supersonic strike attack. This attack may not target the original target character. Now, you could run into a lot of scenarios, like a couple of scenarios with this, right? So you could go ahead and do the first attack, 4 die. Let's say you just hit the nuts, right? Let's say you get the crit, block, wild, and hit, right, on 4 die. I mean, it can happen. Is it a high probability? Probably not. But it can happen. So you could then dash small. You can just move small. And then be able to target another character. And then you do this attack again. Right? Now this time, you can, let's say if you just hit the crit block, you can advance small. If you do the wild hit again, you can get velocity. Or if you hit the nuts again, you can just do both again and just keep moving. That's insane. Now, granted, you need the dice to be on your side to pull this off, which is, I'm pretty sure this is the reason why it's a 4 die attack. If it was a 5 or 6 die attack, my God. This character would move I'm pretty sure he'd move across the board. On top of that, if he combo with rerolls and stuff, too, this attack's going to be nuts. And, I just have ideas for this for the Wakanda Nerb and all that with the defenders and all that. This is going to be fun to play. I'm going to have a blast. I'm going to have a blast doing this. Granted, like I said, each result is 1 out of 8, right? So, I was watching the game a couple of weeks ago between Schick and Cant, and it didn't seem like he was getting this a lot. So, it's just one of those things that, hey, if it happens, it's cool. If it doesn't, whatever. Me, personally, I'm just cool with the dash. If I can just get the dash, I'm cool. If I get the extra attack, okay, whoopee, that's cool. I just want the dash if I can move. Anyway, so that's a pretty crazy free attack there. That's nuts. Cyclonic Vortex, range 3, 2 power, pretty cheap. After the attack is resolved, this character may advance medium. So another attack here, range 3, like I said, should hit everybody, okay? And this is very beneficial too if you want to run back that herb as fast as possible to score those 4 points. Really, and it's cheap to do too, by the way. Really cheap to do. If you play a Cyclops team, you could probably make it 1. Cost of 1 to do this. And on top of that, if you have Power Cyclops, you can advance him small when he activates. Man, I got some ideas, man. Oh, I got some ideas already. Defenders, because I've been playing a lot of Cyclops team lately, and I've been enjoying them a lot. So, Speedster. If this character is not holding an objective, it advances long. This superpower can only be used once per turn. So, keep in mind, with the herb, you cannot do this. So, this is probably a situation where you do this for that extra long movement so you can have another action to get the herb. So I'm thinking maybe something like, if you're playing Brotherhood and you're playing that extraction herb, I mean, it's easy enough to build up this power. You just got to throw terrain and stuff, and you can just get power, and next thing you know, Pietro has a free move, and then you can do that. Get the herb and then, do what you got to do. You still have an action to attack and all that to gain power and then move again. Hopefully you get the dash and all that stuff. Really cool. Really, really cool. I mean, the only person that has this is Ghost Rider. See, but Ghost Rider, it doesn't matter if he has an objective or not. He can just move along. At least I don't think. I mean, it's been a while since I played that character and looked at his card. I'm pretty sure he could just move along and just do it. So, really cool, really cool. Can't catch me. When this character is targeted by an attack, you may use a superpower. This character advances small. If at the end of the advance, this character is outside of the attack range or the attacker's line of sight, the attack ends. If at the end of the advance, this character is outside. Okay. If it is the attacker's activation and the attack did not target multiple characters, the attack may make another. Yeah, just typical. Basically, Trickster. That's all this is. It's Trickster. Cool that he has this. A really cool defensive tool, especially runaway when you have objectives and you're trying to get away and all that. This is really cool. Supersonic reflexes. When this character is defending against physical or energy attacks or making a dodge roll, that's key here. And making a dodge roll, it may reroll up to 2 of its defense dodge dice. So with the rerolls, he should be able to survive a long time. On top of that, it works against dodges too, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, he's Quicksilver, right? He moves really, really quickly. And it's keeping up with the lore and all that. So, yeah, I mean, Quicksilver's going to be really, really solid. Nice objective runner. He's going to be really, really annoying on the tabletop. He's going to be moving across the table like it's nobody's business, especially if he can pull off the dash and the velocity and all that crazy stuff. Quicksilver's going to be really fun to play. I cannot wait to get him in my hands next week. I believe he's coming out May 14th. He might be out for other people right now in other regions, from what I understand it. I have to wait another week, which is fine. I'm cool with it. I cannot wait to play this character. I'm going to annoy a lot of people with him. And I can't wait. Let's get to Scarlet Witch. Who, she's probably one of the best 5 threats in the game. Let's just get to it. So, and I'm glad she's threat 5. She shouldn't be anything lower than a threat 5 with everything that she has. So, she's health 6, moves medium, size 2, threat 5. 3, 4, 4s are defense. So physical defense is just average. Energy and psychic is just a tad bit above average, which is good. Which is fine. She should be able to, be out there with psychic and energy defense and all that stuff. So right now, what we got here is her first attack is range 4, which is really, really far. 6 die, no power cost. Average attack resolved. You get damage equal to the power. You get power equal to damage dealt. Okay. A lot of people have weak psychic defenses, so she should be amassing. She should be only targeting. Well, not she can target whoever she wants, but mostly she should be targeting people with like weak psychic defense. She should be getting a lot of power and dazing and killing a lot of models, right? You're gonna see. We're gonna get to it here. So Chaos Magic. After this attack is resolved, for each failure in the attack roll, the character gains one of the following special conditions: Bleed, Hex, Incinerate, Poison. If you could just put I mean, all you gotta do is roll a failure. Not just that. Failures count as successes. You're gonna see down below in a minute. Hex count as successes. So not only do you get a successful hit for a failure, now you're putting out conditions. So now and you get to choose one, right? So you can hit somebody with incinerate. You can hit somebody with poison, which poison is bonkers. You can't gain power during the power phase and all that stuff. Incinerate and poison and hex too. I mean, Chris not exploding. There's a lot of situations where, hex comes in clutch and they don't get that extra die for the defense roll or the attack roll or something like that. Really good conditions here. And bleed is, bleed. Every now and then I kill somebody with bleed. It happens. Cruel Twist. Range 3, 8 die, 6 power cost. Pretty expensive. The defending character does not add crits in its defense. So let's add insult to injury now. You can't add crit results for this attack. That sucks. And cannot add additional dice to his defense roll as a result of whatever crit results. Yeah, I mean that's okay. So if you roll a failure, reality contortion, change one of the defending character's crit, wild, or blocks to a blank. So if you roll a failure, you get to change one of the character's defending dice to a blank. Man, what a pierce. That's pretty good. Telekinesis. Granted, failures are 1 out of 8, but still. I tend to roll failures. So choose an interactive terrain feature, size 4 or less, within 3, throw it medium. So she can only pick up terrain. She cannot pick up people, which is fine. Size 4 or less. She has a powerful throw. Curse. When this character is damaged by an enemy effect. After the effect is resolved, you may use a superpower. Judgment. So now she can basically almost hand out almost every condition in the game outside of like root and stun and stagger. So she can put out a lot of crazy effects. Judgment is underrated too. We only have one character that can do it as Ronan. I was hoping it'd be like a special thing with Ronan, but that's okay. She can do it now. Judgment is underrated. We're going to see it used a lot more with Scarlet Witch now. This is a better way to do it, by the way. In my opinion. Ronan, the thing about Ronan is, like, here's the thing. So, like, Scarlet Witch has a ranged attack to gain power. Like, Ronan has a range 2 attack that can gain power. Right? I wish he had a range attack to gain power, and then Judgment would probably be a lot more effective, like here. So, like, the difference between Ronan's is when someone else is damaged. You can do it, spend power, get Judgment. Hers is if she's damaged. So, there's a difference there. So, like, she has to get damaged to put out Judgment, which is, she'll have a lot of focus fire on her because of how just dangerous she is. So, you're probably going to put out Judgment pretty effectively. So we'll see how this goes with Curse. I think we'll see a lot if this works as intended. We're gonna probably see a lot more Judgment out in the field. And Judgment sucks too. I mean, you don't gain power for damage dealt. So, all right, when attacking, defending, or dodging, this character adds failure results in its roll. So failures count as a success for Scarlet Witch, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, she's gonna hit a lot and hit hard. Now, granted, this game with dice, it's weird, in a good way, in a really, really good way. So she should be, like I said, damaging, and she basically hits on 4. She hits on 50%. She's 50-50 on every die. 50-50. That's what she is. So her failure rate's gonna be low, right, compared to other models. So she's going to be doing a lot. So there's a reason why she's threat 5. And she feels like a threat 5, right? She feels like she's dangerous, which is good. Which is really, 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 really good. I'm a fan of that. I want characters to feel like they're threat level, right? And worth the point cost. She does. She's going to be nuts. All right, so enemy characters performing a shake action while within 3 of this character may not remove Hex, Judgment, Poison, or special conditions. Similar to what Crystal can do, I think Crystal's every condition. Her is specific ones that she puts out. So like Hex, Judgment, Poison. So that's pretty. I mean, you can't shake any of these, man. you're not having a good day. That's for sure. You're not having a good day. I like what I see here from Scarlet Witch. I mean, she's going to piss a lot of people off, but she's gonna make a lot of people happy, right? She is a threat 5. She feels like a threat 5. I'm honestly thinking about playing her with defenders. Granted, not that she's needed there. I mean, it's nice to have someone else to put out other conditions too. She can also change her attack start change ability, and then they can apply the hex that way and all that stuff. But the other thing about this is that she can apply another condition now, so she can do multiple conditions. So if you change the attack to physical or energy, from there, if you do damage, which you should do damage because you're hitting on a lot of dice here, well, 50-50 on every die, you can put out bleed, incinerate, poison. So you can, if you find a problem character, you can just go ahead, change it to energy, whatever the case may be, change it to hex bolt, and then from there do damage. Give them hex because of Doctor Strange's ability, and on top of that, the secondary condition, which will be incinerate or poison. Personally, I think if you're playing against Asgard, you probably want to go poison. If you're playing anybody else, I mean, you can go incinerate on Asgard too, but poison will be a lot more effective because you can't gain power in the power phase. So, and on top of that, and crits don't explode, so that'll make Asgardians like not really happy. Yeah, man, she's gonna be nuts. I mean, Pietro and Scarlet Witch are, man, they're gonna be fun to play. I can't wait to get them in my hands and do a lot of crazy shit. It's gonna be great. Anyways, guys, that's it for me, Chewy891. These are my thoughts on Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Please let me know what you think down below. Comment in my video down below. Like, dislike the video. Subscribe to my channel. We'll have more MCP content. Next week, we should be getting these models, at least here in America. I'm hoping that we get Cable and Deadpool soon. I really want Cable and Deadpool. I really want Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I have ideas with the Defenders team with those characters, and I have some ideas with this. I just can't wait. I mean, the lists are going through my head right now. Might do a video on certain lists. I might have to sit down and think about it and pick teams and just come up with ideas for certain objectives and scenarios and all that. This is just, my mind is just racing right now. It's going to be awesome. Anyways, guys, thank you guys very much. Like I said, dislike the video, subscribe to my channel. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. And that's it for me, guys. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Take care out there. Bye-bye.